It happened faster than anyone expected. The moment the view count flipped past 100 million, the internet practically stopped breathing. BLACKPINK's explosive comeback track, Jump, didn't just dominate YouTube, it obliterated records, set fire to social media, and sent waves of disbelief through fandoms across the globe. But what nobody saw coming was Taehyung's reaction. Before we dive into the details of what Taehyung said, and trust me, it's a moment that's already being dissected frame by frame, make sure you tap the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single jaw-dropping update in the world of K-pop. Your support fuels this deep dive into the stories that fans crave. Now, brace yourself. Because this wasn't just another viral hit. Jump was a thunderstrike. A track that had been teased with cryptic visuals and bold choreography. The very first teaser had people speculating whether BLACKPINK was about to unveil a new concept, a global collaboration, or even disband. Yes, some fans feared that. Instead, they delivered an anthem of power, rebellion, and unapologetic presence. AT001, the screen lit up with a single word, boom. And boom it did. Within the first hour, the music video racked up over 12 million views. By the end of day one, 47 million. Blink after blink watched on loop, sharing, analyzing, even crying. The chorus, with its pounding bass and signature BLACKPINK duality, glamour meets grit, had people shouting, "We got that jump," in subway stations, TikTok challenges, and concert fan chants around the world. But here's where it gets wild. Just as Jump was climbing its way past 90 million views, a live stream went up on Weverse. Taehyung D from BTS was casually interacting with fans, answering questions, sipping tea in his usual calm, magnetic way. And then someone in the chat wrote, "BLACKPINK just hit 95 million on Jump." Taehyung glanced at the comment, paused, and smiled. A deep, knowing smile. He didn't say anything right away. Just looked into the camera for a long second. That silence spoke volumes, and then, in the most unexpected twist, he said, "That track? It's insane. I've had it on repeat." The chat exploded. The clip instantly went viral. And for a moment, it felt like the world's two biggest fandoms, Blinks and ARMYs, were breathing the same breath. Now here's where things get even more intense. Because Taehyung didn't stop there. He went on to say, "The production, the vocals, the visuals, they're on another level. Respect." A simple statement, but coming from Taehyung, a global icon known for his refined taste and mysterious aura, it was huge. It wasn't just praise. It was acknowledgement. Recognition. Maybe even admiration. Within minutes, hashtags like #BXBlackpink, #Taehyung Jump Reaction, and #BLINKSVSARMYS United began trending worldwide. And just like that, the K-pop universe entered a new phase. A moment of unity. A shared celebration of artistic excellence. But wait. If you think that was the climax, hold on. Because halfway through the storm, eagle-eyed fans noticed something in Taehyung's background. A framed photo. A blurred shot, but one that some believe showed a signed BLACKPINK album. Is it possible? Could there be more behind his reaction than just admiration? A deeper connection? Some fans think it's a subtle nod. Others think it's coincidence. But those familiar with K-pop's history of coded hints and silent tributes aren't so sure. And that lingering mystery? It's fueling theories that this is just the beginning of a crossover moment we never dared to imagine. Let's rewind for a second and ask, what makes Jump so magnetic? Is it the explosive chorus that merges trap beats with orchestral flourishes? Is it Lisa's rap verse that many are already calling the hardest of her career? Or is it Jennie's smoky vocal delivery in the second verse, a sound so raw and emotional it caught even non-fans off guard? Some say it's Rosé's falsetto in the bridge. Others insist it's Jisoo's cold stare during that iconic slow-motion walk. But the truth? It's all of it. BLACKPINK didn't just drop a song. They detonated an era, and now, just past the halfway mark of this video, here's your mid-teaser. What if I told you that one BLACKPINK member actually responded to Taehyung's comment? What if there's footage, hidden, brief, but real, of her addressing his reaction in a way that has both fandoms on edge? Stick around. Because the ending of this story will flip your expectations completely. So, who responded? It was Lisa. In a behind-the-scenes clip uploaded to Blackpink's official channel, Lisa is seen watching the Weverse clip on her phone. She smiles. She rewinds. She watches again. Then she looks directly at the off-camera staff member and says, "Tell him I said thank you." Subtle. Quiet. But unmistakable. That 4-second clip now has over 10 million views. Fans are calling it the thank you heard around the world. Some say it's platonic. Others? They're connecting dots faster than ever before. Conspiracy? Coincidence? Or carefully choreographed fan service? The industry knows how to fuel speculation, but this feels real. And as Jump continues to climb charts, dominating not just YouTube but also Spotify Global and Apple Music in over 30 countries, one thing is crystal clear: Blackpink is not just back. They're evolved. Upgraded. Unstoppable. And Taehyung's reaction? It wasn't planned. It wasn't scripted. It was pure. Honest. Human. Maybe that's why it hit so hard, because in a world that often pits artists against each other, here was a moment of mutual respect. One artist bowing his head to another. One legend acknowledging another's reign. It's the kind of interaction that reminds us why we fell in love with K-pop in the first place, not just the visuals or the choreography, but the emotion. The authenticity. The unexpected bridges between fandoms, songs, and souls. As the 100 million view milestone fades into the next 200 million, a billion even, we're left with more than just a chart-topping hit. We're left with a story. A ripple effect. A cultural shift. So here's the payoff. This wasn't just a Blackpink milestone or a Taehyung surprise. It was a moment that proved the K-pop world is bigger, deeper, and more intertwined than we ever imagined. And if you think this is the last time these names will cross paths, think again, because something is brewing, and when it drops, we'll be here. If you loved this deep dive, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Taehyung and Blackpink are hiding something? Or was this just an honest moment of fandom? Subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter in this evolving story. Because in K-pop, nothing is ever just what it seems. But as Jump soars past the 100 million milestone, the question on everyone's mind isn't just how Blackpink did it, but what comes next. Because in the K-pop universe, nothing exists in isolation. Every move has meaning. Every reaction sparks a wave. And every silence? Even louder than words. Rumors are now swirling in fan communities that this entire sequence of events, Blackpink's explosive comeback, Taehyung's perfectly timed praise, and Lisa's subtle response, might be the early whispers of a future collaboration. Could it be a track? A special stage? A global campaign? Some even speculate that a surprise unit, featuring select idols across agencies, could be in the works behind closed doors. And here's where things get even more intriguing. Earlier this year, YG Entertainment filed a mysterious copyright under the title Midnight Rush, a term that doesn't appear in Jump, but was oddly mentioned by Taehyung in a completely unrelated Instagram caption weeks ago. Coincidence? Maybe. But fans don't believe in coincidences anymore. In fact, since Taehyung's spontaneous reaction to Jump went viral, search trends for VX Blackpink have exploded. Fan edits featuring the members alongside him have racked up tens of millions of views in just days. This isn't just hype, it's hunger. A global audience craving a moment where worlds collide. And the labels? They're watching. Both HYB and YG have remained completely silent since the incident, neither confirming nor denying anything. But silence, in K-pop, often speaks louder than a press release. It means they're letting the fandom do the talking. Letting the buzz build organically. Letting the suspense marinate. One source inside the industry even hinted, off the record, that the mutual respect between Taehyung and Blackpink members has been present for years. That away from the flashing lights and screaming crowds, there have been moments, quiet ones, of connection, shared admiration, and artistic curiosity. So is this just a flash in the pan, or the prelude to something massive? All signs point to the latter, and with Jump continuing to dominate charts, Blackpink is once again reminding the world why they're not just K-pop queens, they're global icons rewriting the rules of the music industry. They're building bridges, not borders. And Taehyung? He's proving that real artists support each other, no matter the agency, the group, or the competition. This wasn't fan service. This wasn't PR, this was real, and if the fandoms keep the momentum alive, who knows what doors might open next, so turn your notifications on. Keep watching. Keep streaming. Because this story, it's just getting started.